Hey everybody, I'm Jake with BizReps, and I'm back today with another video about how you can save money in your business. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about solar, new solar, traditional solar, and what new technologies are available to you through 21st century solutions and new innovations. So let's jump right in. So today, the big topic is going to be traditional grid-connected solar, which is what we've seen for the last 20 years as solar's kind of hit the market, versus a new technology called fusion. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be breaking down what exactly is traditional solar and how does it work. So when you're approached by the many people today that are selling solar power in one way or another, you're going to be able to know exactly what they're all about. And then second, I'm going to be breaking down one example that we offer at BizReps of a new technology that's just hitting the market. So let's get into it. So the first one we're going to dive into is the traditional grid-connected solar. And so for that, I'm going to be using some pictures. Don't hate me, I'm not an artist. So here we go. We've got our solar panels, right? That one's obvious. Every single solar array is going to have some sort of solar panel, right? So in a traditional grid-connected solar, we go from our solar panel right down into our inverter. So a little bit of an explanation here. When the solar light hits a panel, and this is with any solar ever, it's going to be hitting and producing an energy called photons. Photons are what all of the technology is converting into AC electricity or DC electricity. And if you're watching this video, you know exactly what those are. So photons are being converted into DC electricity. And obviously DC electricity cannot be used to power our appliances. We have to have AC electricity. So the very first step in any solar is you're going to go right from the solar panel into an inverter. So I'm just going to write it right here, inverter. And that's going to take you from the DC power that comes in into AC power that you can use in your thing. So from the inverter, we're going to go right here. We're going to go into another box. And this is with traditional solar, keep in mind. We're going to go into, this is your meter right here. So your meter is essentially going to run backwards. And that's how you're going to make your money on grid-connected solar panels. So we're going right from this box here to our inverter to our meter. That meter, and this is very simplified, keep in mind. So there are a lot of other boxes that go on here and a lot of functional losses and things like that all along the way. It's not quite so straightforward. So this, we're gonna go inverter, we're gonna get to AC. From the AC, we're gonna flow right into the meter. And you might be thinking, well, hey, shouldn't this go right to my appliances? That's not how solar actually works. So what's happening is it's going right to your meter and spinning it backwards. Like if you've ever seen Ferris Bueller, they run the Ferrari backwards to get the odometer to go. In solar, it actually works that way. So we're actually powering the meter instead of pulling power from the meter, which is what businesses and homes typically do. We're gonna start spinning it backwards. And so from here, we're gonna go right from our meter back to, and I'm gonna attempt to draw a little, that's a power pole, how they use it out in the lawn, the utility pole that runs all along. So we're gonna run from our, and I'm gonna write utility. So we go from our inverter to our meter to our utility. So you're actually sending the power that your array is generating right back to the utility. So that's why they call it grid-connected solar, because what you're actually doing is powering the utility, and you are paying the utility back your power and spinning your meter backwards. And that's going to be reflected on your energy bill. So when you see big savings on solar, what you're actually doing is just knocking down your solar bill, your energy bill, until you don't have to pay anything anymore. And so if you do actually, if there's like a time when you're out of the office, you're not running lights for a month, whatever reason, in 2020 was Corona, there were a lot of businesses that dealt with this. Basically, you had a functional overage with solar lighting, and so what you would get is a solar tax credit. And so at the end of the year, the utility will come and they will do a shore up phase, where they will even up with you essentially, and all of your solar credits will go away. You get paid out in a very small way for those. It's not super efficient. Most solar arrays, in fact, all solar arrays, if you've got a good company installing, they're gonna put just enough panels, just enough that you are not gonna go over. Because if you go over, you are blowing money, because they're never gonna pay you back what it costs. So that's grid-connected solar, right? This is gonna go from one box to another, and these panels can be anywhere. So if you've ever been driving around and you've seen a big open field with a whole, field of solar panels, that's going to be traditional grid-connected panels, and it's going to be in a big open space, and it really doesn't matter because all you need to be is close to one of these bad boys because you're flowing right to the utility. So that's grid-connected solar. If that sounds great to you, there's lots of people that you can reach out to because this has been being sold for a very, very long time. So let's move over. Let's go over to Fusion Solar, which is, like I said, our new business technology. So here we go. We got our Fusion. I'm going to draw my panel once more. This one's even a little prettier, actually. Look at that. So we got our panel right here. This is going to flow down into the Fusion control box. And the reason I know so much about this one is because we're working very closely with the people that are actually manufacturing this product. So we got our Fusion control box here, right? And then this is going to flow right down into your light. Right. And so you might be thinking to yourself, hey, that's way too simple. This other one over here, we've got 3 or 4 different boxes. We're running our meters backwards. We've got a shore up period with the utility. We got to get our box rewired, all these things. It's just 1, 2, 3. It's that simple. And to that, I would answer yes. And that's why we call this a business innovation and technology, because it is that simple. This Fusion control box right here is actually converting the DC electricity that comes in off those photons, like I mentioned, into usable power in the form of lighting. So instead of doing this, where you run the grid meter backwards, you're actually just putting it right into your light. And so the return on investment comes back very fast because of how simple it is. You don't got to worry about the utility. You're not trying to spin your meter backwards or anything like that. You're actually just taking the load off of your light. A company's energy expenses largely are due to lighting. If you're running, especially if you're not LED converted yet, you can be running 1,000 watts per light. That's $1 an hour per light. If you've got 100 lights in your facility, do that math. If you could take that off over the course of the year, that's huge return on investment. And I've talked a lot about that in my previous videos, and we're not going to go hugely into the ROI in this video, but I just wanted to mention that's why this is such a big deal, and that's why we're kind of comparing the two. Now, I'm going to go into the pros and cons of both, because even though this seems kind of like the way to go, there are cons to this, just like there are cons to this one. So, the first thing we're going to do is the pros and cons of the traditional grid-connected solar. I'm going to keep the list pretty short because I could go all day. So, here we go. I got the pros. We'll start there. So, the pros of this one can be used for all appliances. This grid connected power right here is just being used to spin your meter backwards. So you can technically apply it to anything. You're not actually creating solar energy for your business. You're simply creating energy to take down the cost of your electric bill. So if you would like to, in your mind, say, hey, I'm using this to power the fridge in the break room, that's fantastic, because it's just going to be reflected on your bill, and there's going to be a shower up phase at the end if you do too much. So this can be technically for anything, but all at the same time, it's not for anything. So you can apply it to whatever you'd like. You can offset your entire energy bill. I'm going to let you know, trying to offset your entire energy bill is kind of nebulous, and it requires more panels than you'll break even on. So when you're running the math for these things, there's a break-even point for how many panels make sense because of how expensive the project becomes. So you're going to be looking at 15, 20-year ROIs because of how many panels it requires to create that much energy in your business. So that leads me right into the cons of this. So the cons. Long ROIs. It's going to take, on average, and this is just an average, 9 to 12 years to pay back a traditional solar. And that's just what we've seen. That's a fact. If your business is big enough to be comfortable eating the cost of a solar system, which can be, upwards of $75,000 in a small business, then that's great. You're booming, and go ahead and put them in. But the ROIs are long, so keep that in mind when you're looking at grid traditional solar. Beyond that, they're cumbersome. They are large arrays. They can be a long way away, and you got to spin your meter backwards. It costs a lot to have the utility come out, spin the meter the other way, and rewire the entire thing. It is a big project to get solar put in, and if you've dealt with it, you know it is a long couple of weeks to get solar put into your facility. So, a lot of pros, cons as well on this side. So, I'm going to move over here. Pros and cons of Fusion. So, we got our pros right here. So, the pros are short ROI. Fusion can pay itself back in under a year. Under 1 year. We have seen it many times. If you are going from anything that's not an LED, you are eligible to get the payback that fast. So keep that in mind when you're looking at these things. If ROI is important to you and putting the money actually in your wallet within a year is important to you, which it should be, this might be something worth looking at. So we got short ROIs. It's very simple. Obviously not cumbersome, easy installation. You can get them put in a day. The whole thing. Full LED switch out and the panels can go up in one day. It's happened many times. Beyond that, it's IoT ready. So a lot of, and I'm going to explain that, I'm going to go into IoT. So a lot of businesses are moving this way. So many businesses are looking for ways to connect and get information about their facilities. So IoT stands for Internet of Things. So these lights actually can be connected to all kinds of different business facts and information that you're looking for. And I'm actually going to go into that in another video, so stay tuned for that one. But having connected lights, you can control these from your phone, you can control them remotely. They're monitoring 5 times a second in order to keep the light levels consistent. So you never know. So that's a big objection that gets raised. Just like, hey, you know, will I notice when the clouds come out? Will it dim the lights? Absolutely not. They're internet ready. They're all connected. It's a very cool cloud-based program. And so it's seamless and it's ready for other kinds of information as well that I'm going to get to in another video. So IoT ready as well. Short ROI. It's very simple to go in. IoT ready. It's an absolute knock it out of the park kind of thing. Con. They cannot, this solar cannot be used for anything but lighting. Only lights. This is a lighting innovation. That's how it's so simple, 1, 2, 3. It's so simple like that because it can only power the lights. And quite frankly, if that's what you're looking for, if you just want to offset, you know, say 40% of your energy bill, 50% depending on what your business is. You know, if you're welding and manufacturing, you're going to have a lot of other big energy bills. But if you're a warehouse, this is the biggest part of your energy bill, is your lighting. So if you want to offset the larger part of your energy bill without doing the whole thing, there's really not a lot of downside to this. Fusion is an incredible technology. It's an incredible way to get your foot in the door when it comes to solar that pays itself back within a year. Both of these things are going to be eligible for the solar tax credit, 26%, which I did mention in another video. But when you look at the cost of this project, it is so much lower that it pays itself back so fast. So if you as a business owner are looking for someone to help you get your foot in the door with solar, or you'd like to hear more about Fusion, at BizReps we work with companies like yours all the time. We are 100% equipped around the clock to get you connected with the right people to get Fusion or some other business innovation inside your building. Thanks for watching, everyone.